anybody can say anything. And we are dumb, and we're talking about stuff. Like,
just absorb what we're saying, and then go back out into the world and echo it. We certainly live in a culture where it's information is just so accessible to us.
Yeah,
I should really even back off of saying information and like maybe opinion even. Like, it's so easy for us to find out what someone thinks about something and then sort of make that our own identity.
Yeah.
Without doing any sort of like critical thinking on our own, any, research into it, whatever. And I think that's probably another significant part of why a lot of these reactions tend to be so visceral, is because people want to do the right thing. I would say by and large, not everybody, sure, but plenty of people who call themselves Christians just want to be a good Christian.
Yeah.
They just don't necessarily want to do all of the thinking on their own. And so some pastor somewhere along the way has said, this is a bad thing.
It's unfortunately true.
There might be some validity to that because there are, I did a little bit of research. You'd be proud of me. There is
on the fillet of fish, to be clear.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They put cheese on it. Fish and cheese. Can you imagine? I've never had one. Have you ever guys had one?
I have not.
Fillet of fish?
Yeah.
No. I really only
always
stand for the McRib.
Yeah, McRib's good. I see it on the commercial, not the McRib, the fillet fish. I'm like, man, it looks like it'd be good.
Here's the thing.
Not fish in the commercial.
That's right. It's like Nilla wafers just cut up and deep fried.
Which would also be delicious.
Not with cheese, though. Could be worse things to eat.
So anyway, there are some pagan roots to the sort of foundation of what Lent is. And so, like, to that regard, I would say, like, it's fine to be cautious about that. But I think that gets amplified to an extreme. And that's where, like, some pastor somewhere sometime said, we should be careful with this because it's got these roots. And someone takes that and says, okay, we'll just stay away from it then.
Yeah.
Like, that's the devil. We're going to steer clear of it. We're not going to do that. And then that just continues, like, to entrench itself over the years. And now you have people who have these strong opinions about it, and they don't even really know why.
I feel like, keep going, sorry.
It's the same kind of thing we talked about.
That's what I was going to say.
Halloween.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like at its core, could you not just, make it holy now? I don't know if even let's say
that was like my thing. Like, okay, don't do it that way,
do the
or
bad
don't
thing. Do the good thing.
Just have a neutral opinion if you're gonna
or
about something that's neutral. Like,
okay.
Nobody's. Yeah, that was what was so fascinating to me throughout the whole reading those comments come in day after day for a month that we ran the deal. Was just like, you care so much about it. Like, this is active. Like this is you're positively attacking this thing rather than just like, oh, I disagree with that. Scroll.
Right.
That's what was so, I can't imagine. There's probably 3 things that I feel passionate enough about to comment. And
fair.
Maybe one thing that I'm even not lazy enough to go the next step for, just crazy. But to your point too, so I think people have probably had a problem with Lent from before our current information age because
for sure,
there's entire sects of people that are well, whatever the Catholics are doing, we're going to do the exact opposite. Full stop, right? Which would anyway, because it's what happens when some Catholic guy preaches the gospel? No, we hate you.
Wait a second.
I don't know what to do now. So there's that, but I do feel just because of the age that we're in with social media and access to everything, it's cool, and we have AI on our phones and computers and stuff, but sometimes it's it's made us dumber because it makes it everybody gets to have a voice. You're listening to a podcast from us that we are dumb and we're talking about stuff. Anyway, it's made us dumber because anybody can say anything, and people you can position yourself as an authority with no
because you said, hey, what's this thing about to AI, to ChatGPT, and it's oh, cool.
If even that, let's be honest. The amount of stuff that people will send me, hey, can you help me fact check? And I'm well, that sounds neat, but it's stupid. Is insane because it's just out there. And so, stuff like this gets proliferated. It's you're right. I should have an opinion about Lent. It's
maybe not.
You don't have to.
Yeah, right.
Nobody's telling you have to.
Right.
Legitimately, I said this before we started rolling, but I had to convince myself to care enough to come in here and record an hour. Listen, if any of you know me in real life, I'm a passionate person. I can get on a soapbox about anything. I can get angry about a thing that I didn't know anything about 30 seconds prior. I struggled to form any opinions about Lent.
So what we're saying, nobody have opinions. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's why we
I really liked...
Be an intellectual amoeba.
You should, yeah. Just absorb what we're saying and then go back out into the world and echo it. That's the main point here.